So, quick story. In my early 20s, I lost a bunch of weight, and it was sort of a fluke because I think I was just in prime let's lose weight mode. I gave up soda, and that was, I think, a big catalyst for just losing the weight. But I didn't realize that that was as big of uh, a factor as it probably was because I was probably going from 500 extra calories a day to not having that. So that was a pretty easy way to just create a calorie deficit. But I remember during that time, I got into this habit where I would wait until like later in the evening to eat anything. And I just remember it was like the first couple days weren't hard at all. So I was like, I'll just keep doing this. I won't eat until I'm hungry. Well, then invariably by the end of the week, I was starving at the beginning of the day, and I think I pretty quickly realized like this isn't sustainable. I was even trying to exercise throughout the day with no food, and I would get shaky, and my blood sugar was probably crashing, and all that stuff. And I just remember thinking like, there's got to be an easier way. This isn't going to work. Like this isn't sustainable. And I think that's what a lot of people they kind of run into, like the sort of the white knuckling, trying to eat as little as possible, or just doing anything that they know in their minds isn't sustainable. So they might have like short-term gains. They might lose a little bit of weight in the first week, or even if they are able to do it for a month, they might have those short-term results. But those things are never sustainable for the long term. So we have to eliminate the idea of white knuckling through any type of an eating protocol or any type of a diet. And by diet, I just mean the food that you're regularly consuming. It has to be sustainable if it's going to work. Otherwise, you're only going to have short-term results. And it takes a little bit of strategic planning and implementation in order to create some sort of a sustainable plan and a sustainable sequence of events that it can occur. Because I can look at somebody over the course of, I can predict 3 months out. If we follow this particular plan, more than likely these things are going to occur. And if we, even if they don't, we can always tweak along the way. But the idea of white knuckling through an eating protocol is almost never a good idea. So if you've done like I don't know, Whole30 or keto or something that seems like you have the short-term gains, but it just doesn't seem possible in the long term, let's have a conversation, and maybe we can come up with a plan where we can set something that's a little bit more realistic, doable for the long term, and something that's sustainable. Okay, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.